Familiar, you're familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Hello students, welcome back to my video. So I think this is the video part 5 for you. So in this part of the video I am going to discuss the concept called acceleration is invariant to Galilean transformations, right? Okay, now I think in the last video, part 4 video, so we have discussed the velocity, the physical parameter velocity, and it is proved that it is a variant quantity under Galilean transformation. Now if you consider the acceleration of the same particle, okay, you know that how to calculate the velocity of a particle, and if you differentiate the velocity, rate of change of velocity will give you the acceleration, right? So if you take the physical parameter called acceleration of the same particle now, so it is found to be invariant to the Galilean transformation. What do you mean by that invariant? So it is nothing but it is same in both the frames of reference. Okay, it is a absolute quantity also we can say, right? So if you measure the acceleration with reference to the fixed frame of reference S and with respect to moving frame of reference S dash, right? So that two accelerations should be equal. If they are equal, then only we can say it is a invariant quantity. Now let us try to prove that invariance according to Galilean transformation. Now let us start with the equations already derived in the previous video, how the velocity transformations are obtained using the Galilean transformations, right? So let us consider that equations for all the three axes, that is ux dash, so it is found to be ux minus v. Okay, what is that v here? So v is the velocity of the moving frame, right? And ux is the velocity of the particle with respect to fixed frame of reference. Ux dash is velocity of the same particle with respect to moving frame of reference. So because of this difference, ux dash is not equal to ux here. So that is why we can say the velocity is a variant quantity. Okay, so consider that equation. And then with respect to y-axis and z-axis, so there is no difference in the velocity because they are parallel to each other. You can get the velocity terms as uy dash is equal to uy, uz dash is equal to uz. So this set of equations are called now velocity transformation equations. Clear? Okay, now as usual, according to Newtonian mechanics, if you differentiate the velocity with respect to time, okay, you will get the acceleration. So to get the acceleration, differentiating the set of equations 1 with respect to time. Okay, so we get dux dash by dt is equal to dux by dt minus v is there. So velocity is assumed as constant. The moving frame of reference is moving with the constant velocity. So if v is constant, then differentiation of that v is equal to 0. So we get the term 0 here. So left with only dux by dt only, correct? So then the next equation is duy dash by dt is equal to duy by dt, and the next equation again duz dash by dt is equal to duz by dt. Okay, so now you take this set of equations as 2. After differentiating equation 1, we get this equation 2, right? So these are nothing but what? Accelerations now. So you can write it in the form of acceleration. So before that, so you can assume or you can consider the Galilean transformation time equation. So what is the Galilean transformation with respect to time? So measured with respect to frame of reference S and S dash, that is t and t dash, both are same, correct? So time measurement is assumed to be a invariant quantity already in the Galilean transformation. So you just consider that concept here. So t is equal to t dash, substituting t equal to t dash in all the equations of 2. Okay, so wherever we have t, you just consider t dash in the left hand side. Clear? So then what you get, you see dux dash by dt dash, in place of dt I will write now dt dash. So that is equal to dux by dt as it is. Okay, next du dash by dt is there, so I will write it as du dash by dt dash now, that is equal to, so du by dt. Okay, then again in the left hand side duz dash by dt, I will take it as duz dash by dt dash, so that is equal to duz by dt. As usual, at the left hand side wherever t is there, I can take it as t dash. Okay, so that is also according to Galilean transformations only. Okay, now these equations 3 can be considered as accelerations, right? So you can write the acceleration because so they are all actually left hand side differentiations are with respect to moving frame of reference parameters. So that you can write, you see here dux dash by dt dash. So rate of change of velocity of the particle along x-axis with respect to moving frame of reference, because dt dash is there. So that you can take it as ax dash. So that now we can say ax dash is the acceleration of the particle with respect to moving frame of reference, correct? So what about this dux by dt? So velocity of the same particle with respect to fixed frame of reference. So you can take it as now just ax, right? So ax dash is equal to ax. We are getting same with respect to x-axis, even though it is moving along x-axis, so acceleration is same. So this is very important part here, okay? Even though the particle is moving along x-axis, we are getting the same acceleration along x-axis. Okay, so what about the next along y and z axis? No change in that again. So du dash by dt dash is equal to ay dash, du by dt is equal to ay, and then duz dash by dt dash is equal to duz by dt. So you can take it as az dash is equal to az. That's it. So by observing these three equations, whether you take the particle moving along x-axis, okay, so nowhere related to y and z axis, but still, so with respect to both the frame of reference measured by both the frame of reference s dash, and this side we have s, okay. So both the observers are getting the same acceleration of the particle, no change in the measurement of the acceleration. So in general we can write now as a vector quantity a dash is equal to a, or you can put a bar also as a vector quantity it is. So a bar dash is equal to a. So a bar dash, what you have to assume, measured with respect to moving frame of reference s dash, a is measured with respect to s in general, okay. So this equivalency in the acceleration of a particle is concluding that so acceleration is an invariant quantity under the Galilean transformations. Clear? So that's what I have written here, okay. See, the acceleration of a particle is the same in all inertial frames, okay. So once you are assuming both the frames are inertial frames of reference, then measured by both the frame of reference or in general all inertial frames of reference moving with constant velocity. So that is very important. So that is what I assumed here. V is actually constant term, okay. So moving with constant velocity relative to each other. Suppose if the frame is moving with a variable velocity or accelerated frame, then these equations are not applicable, okay. We are assuming that the relative motion is having constant velocity, okay. With that assumption we can say the acceleration is invariant under Galilean transformation. So this is the proof for the invariancy of the acceleration under Galilean transformations. Clear? Okay. So I will see you in the next video with the new concept. Thank you for watching.